Okay, we should get started, guys. Why did you call Tell Me Nothing? So, I have meeting notes here, so I will start the class for you guys today. Here's a video to play. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Guru Arjan Dev Ji starts off the Pauri. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Congratulations to everyone on celebrating the Sikh New Year. So the Sikh New Year falls on Sangran of the month of Chet, the first day of the first month in the Sikh calendar, which is Chet. And in this video, we are going to be looking at the Pauri of the Chet month in the Bani of Baramaha by Guru Arjan Dev Ji. Guru Arjan Dev Ji is going to guide us and give us teachings for this month of Chet. And at the end of this video, I'll be sharing 3 things that we need to do in this month. Guru Arjan Dev Ji starts off the Pauri by saying, Chet Govinda Aradhye Hove Anand Kana. Everybody in this world seeks peace, Ananda, the state of bliss, of sukha, and even when in the English calendar, in the month of January, when a new year comes, we all have our new year resolution, and one of that is always seeking for happiness. And Guru Arjan Dev Ji says that for us to seek for that sukha, that ananda, the permanent sukha, is through aradhana, is through Naam Simran, meditation on Paramatma. Now we might ask that question that Sache Paatshah, where can we get inspiration and that guidance or directions to do Naam Simran and also to ensure continuity when we do it? Guru Sahib then continues in the next pankti. They say, Sant jana mil paiye rasana naam pana. That it is through the sangat of the saints, the Mahapurkh, the Gurmukhs, that we are inspired to do Naam Simran, we are blessed and we are guided to do Naam Simran. And Sangat Ji, especially walking on the path of Sikhi as a new person, right? It is very important to get that inspiration and that guidance. Just like someone in this world who seeks to become a doctor or a businessman or a businesswoman, what do? We read the life story, the biography, we watch videos of the person who is a successful doctor or a successful business person. And then, being inspired by them, we also try to walk on the same path as well. It is the same thing here as well, Sangat Ji, seeking for that inspiration and guidance from the saints. Raja Shivnap, during the time of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, he was the king of Sangladip, which is now modern Sri Lanka. Raja Shivnap got inspiration to do Naam Simran from Pai Mansukh Ji, who has done Sangat of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, who has learned so much from Guru Nanak Dev Ji and was doing Bhakti with the teachings of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. And Raja Shivnap listened to the Sakhya of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, was so inspired that he too started doing Naam Simran. He too started remembering Guru Nanak Dev Ji. And one day the time came when through that remembrance, through that aradhana, Guru Sahib themselves came to Sangladip to bless Raja Shivnap with their darshan. Guruji says then in the next pankti, Jin paya prabha apna, aaye tishe gana. That those who have found Paramatma, those saints, those Gurmukhs who have through Naam Simran found Paramatma, they are coming into this world is fortunate, is fruitful, right? And Guru Sahib says that this too can be our situation as well, where through Naam Simran, through meditation, Bhakti, we also can find Paramatma, and our coming into this world will also become fruitful. Remember what Guru Sahib say? Pai prapat manuk de horia, Gobind milan ki eh teri barya. Prani tu aya laha lan. That we have come here to gain a profit. Profit of what? Through Naam Simran, union with Vaheguru. In the next two panktiyan, Guru Sahib is then giving us that advice on after getting inspiration and guidance through Naam Simran, how should we be doing Naam Simran? Guru Sahib says, Ek khin tis bin jeevana, birtha janam jana. That even for a moment, khin here means the moment taken for a blink of an eye. And it's so instant. The Guru Sahib says, even for an instant, if we forget Paramatma, we do not remember Vaheguruji, then that moment, that breath that we have taken has become useless. Our life has become useless, in fact. And then we ask this question again to Sache Paatshah that, Vaheguruji, Sache Paatshah, Guru Sahib, you have guided us, you have told us to do Kirt Kamai, to live in a Grishti Jeevan. And in this world, we have our families to take care, we have, we have to earn money, we have to provide education, we have to go to work. There's so many things that we have to do. And how is it that through all of this, we can still do your Naam Simran? And then Guru Sahib then says in the next pankti, they say, Jal thal mahiyal puriya ravya vichvana. Understand this, know this and realize this, that Paramatma, Akal Purkh, is where? is not just somewhere in a space or in a heaven that we have to, that the world has made such. But Guru Sahib is saying that Paramatma is in the Jal, in the water, in the Thal, in the earth, in the space between, in the sky, everywhere. Ravya Vichvana is even in the jungles, even in the blade of grass that we see. Paramatma is basically in every core of every single atom, cell, heart that we can see and we cannot see in this world as well. Now Sangaji, to be able to come to this state where we can remember Paramatma through everything we see with our physical eyes, it really requires us to be conscious, to be in the present moment. Hana, think about it. The Aradhana, the Simran of Akal, can only be done in the present moment, because past is gone and the future no one knows. So all we have is this present moment, which we have to be very conscious about. And once we are conscious and aware about our surrounding, about the people we are with, and we are so aware that Sache Pacha, you are in the air, you're in the pani, you're in this building. I can even hear you from the sound of the traffic light, from the sound of the rain, the river flowing. And then every moment then we are constantly reminded to say Vaheguru, Vaheguru. We are in that awe. We are in that state of Vismad where we constantly just say Vah. And we remember Vaheguru then. Gurbani says Khalak, Khalak, Khalak meh Khalak. That the creator is within the creation and the creation is within the creator. So it is basically us having the eyes to see that. Now it is human nature, Sangaji, that we only believe what we see with this physical eyes. When we look at a glass of milk, all we see is milk. But we cannot see the ghee in that milk. We cannot taste it, we cannot feel it, we cannot smell it. But we cannot deny the fact as well that it is from this milk that ghee is produced. So what do we need to do? We churn the milk, we put in so much effort, so much time and energy, and then finally from the milk we get ghee. Similarly, Sangaji, what we see with this eyes given to us is the creation of Akal Purakh. But it will take a lot of effort, a lot of Naam Simran, Aradhana, meditation, and constant reminder, being conscious and being in the present moment for us to see and realize that the essence, the core of every being in this world is Paramatma. Just because we can't see that Nirgun Sarup Paramatma, we cannot deny the fact that they are everywhere. Gurbani says, Jeh Jeh Dekha, Teh Teh Soi. So that is the state of all these Gurmukhs, all these saints who have done so much of Naam Simran, that wherever they look, whoever they see, wherever they go, they only can experience Paramatma. Through this message, Guru Arjan Dev Ji then says and tells us that there are two types of people in this world. One who do Simran, one who do not do Simran. The first type of people, Guru Sahib say, So Prabh Chittana Ave Kittada Dukh Gana. Those who do not do Naam Simran, who do not remember Paramatma, they go through so much of pain, so much of dukkha. Now, even though we might say that, nay, this person is wealthy, his life is amazing. But again, that is what we see with this physical eyes. We do not know what is going through the person's mind. Maybe that person is going through dukkha, right? Rantir Singh Ji said, they shared this Sakhi in their book. They said that they had one cousin, and his whole life, his cousin has not done any bhakti. And when his time of death came, he was on his deathbed and he was struggling. He was in pain because he had that fear of death, the fear of Jamduds who was circling around him and pulling him and torturing him. And it was only through reading Gurbani and doing Simran with him that he felt at peace in his world. And the second type of people, Guru Arjan Dev Ji say, those who do Simran Guru Sahib says, Jini Ravya so Prabhu, Tinna Pagamana. That those who have enjoyed Paramatma, those who have found Paramatma through Nam Simran, they are so fortunate, they are so blessed. And even though they might go through so much of pain, Bhai Mati Das ji, Bhai Dayala ji, Bhai Taru Singh ji, they went through so much of physical pain, but they were still in that state of Chardikala, in that state of high spirit. They were not bothered by the pain that they were going through because they were already in that state of Ananda, in that state of bliss. And Gurbani says, Tan Pag, Tina Sant Jana, Jo Har Nama, Har Mukh Kehte Hain. They are so blessed, the Bhagats, the Gurmukhs, that recite the name of Paramatma with the mouth, with their tongue. In the end of this Pauri, Guru Arjan Dev Ji does this benti. They say, Har darshan ko man lochada, Nanak pyas mana, Chet milaye so Prabhu, Tinke paye laga. Guru Sahib tells us, and this is the ardas that we should do as well, that I'm so thirsty, I'm yearning to have your darshan. And in this month of Chet, I will touch the feet, I will bow down to them, I will kiss the feet of those who unite me with you, who guide me to do your Nam Simran, to remember you, and eventually unite me with you, Paramatma. And just like, when we feel hungry, Sangaji, when we feel thirsty, and someone comes and gives us pani, gives us food, at that point, we are filled with the sense of gratitude to Paramatma and to the person who has brought us food and pani. Just like food and water is necessary for this physical body, similarly for the spiritual body, the Atma, Nam Simran and Gurbani, it's the Khurak, the food for the Atma, and it's equally important as well. And so Sangaji, coming to an end, what are the 3 things that we need to do in this month of Chet? The first thing we need to do is start doing ardas to Paramatma every day to please bless us with the true Sangat, with the right Sangat that will guide us and inspire us to do Nam Simran, to read Gurbani, to walk on the path towards Vaheguruji. And the second thing we need to do is that alongside our ardas, we need to put in effort as well. Watch videos, kathas, listen to kathas about Sangat, about what is true Sangat. Where do we find Sangat? There's so many Sakhya in our Itihas that speaks about Sangat. In fact, Sangatji, let's start reading the life story, the biographies of all the saints and the Gurmukhs who through Nam Simran have found Paramatma. We have so many of these Guru Sikhs, and all these resources, Maharaj Di Kirpa Danal, is available to us. All we have to do is put that effort and read them. We have the life story of Bhai Rantir Singh Ji, Bhai Rama Singh Ji, Baba Nand Singh Ji, Baba Harnam Singh Ji, Sant Gyani Gurbachan Singh Ji, and many, many more. They are even available both in Punjabi and in English as well. Physical books, audio books, PDF. So reading them and getting inspiration from their life will really help us to walk on that path as well. And the third thing we need to do in this month is reflect on our surrounding, our environment and our own Sangat. Ask ourselves this question. This Sangat that I am in right now, is it guiding me? Is it inspiring me to do Nam Simran, to walk on the path towards Vaheguru? Or is it taking me away from that path? If it is guiding and inspiring you, it's positive, it's good. But if it's a negative Sangat, it's taking you away from your very core, your very purpose of life, then we need to evaluate the type of Sangat that we are in and start doing ardas and putting in that effort to find the right Sangat. And once you're able to do that, Sangatji, in this month, do share with us in the comment below how your journey has been in finding the true Sangat, putting in that effort. Did you go through any challenges when you were finding for that Sangat or evaluating your current Sangat now? So don't forget to like, share with your family and friends so that other people too can get the message of the month of Jade. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel as well. So forgive me for any mistakes that I have made. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Okay. Okay, so that one's shared. Show you a short one. Or you can this one.
Now is your time to build it, to tell that story, to care, to innovate, advocate.
Here's another interesting video.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Did you know that the Sikh Panth has its own calendar? Many of us didn't, and many are confused on how the Gurpurab dates correspond to the English calendar and why is it that the dates change every year. So in this video, we are going to be looking at that Sikh calendar, understanding what it is and how it is being used. Now, the Sikh calendar is an integral part of the Sikh Panth because all the Gurpurab dates are recorded in this calendar, and this allows us to celebrate Gurpurabs as a Panth. What is Gurpurab? You must have seen on Basics of Sikhi social media where we post posters about Gurgaddi Dihara, Prakash Dihara and other historical events as well. Prakash Dihara is the day when a Guru has taken birth in this world. Jyoti Jyot Dihara is the day when the Guru leaves this world and emerges with Vaheguru. And Gurgaddi Dihara is the day when the Guruship is passed on from one Guru to the next Guru. And then apart from them, we also celebrate other historical events such as Shahid Dihara or Janam Divas of certain Gursikhs in our Panth. Sangaji, Gurpurab is the day basically where we get together as Sangat and we remember our Gurus, we remember that particular event that took place on that day and get inspiration and teachings from that event. And Bhai Gurdas Ji in their war, they say, Kurbani Tina Gursikha, Bhai Bhagta Gurpurab Karande, Gur Seva, Phal Sufal Phalande. They say that I am a sacrifice. Bhai Gurdas Ji is saying that I am a sacrifice to all those Gursikhs who get together on the day of Gurpurab with loving devotion. They remember the Gurus on that day and they get together as Sangat, they do Seva together, and because of this they get so much of blessings from the Guru. Now celebrating Gurpurab is not something that has taken place a decade ago or recently, but even during the times of the Guru, Gurpurab has been celebrated as well. So we can see in our Itihas that Guru Amar Das Ji, after establishing Govindwal Sahib, they actually got the Sikh Sangat together in Govindwal Sahib on the day of Vaisakhi. And on this day, the Sangat will get together, they will do darshan of Guru Sahib, they will listen to Katha and Kirtan and do Seva together. Imagine how much Ananda the Sangat would be in. In fact, Sangaji, we could see from the Hukamnamas written by Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji, where they address the Sangat and tell them to get together, celebrate Gurpurab and do Seva together. And Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj as well, they have written Hukamnamas calling the Sangat to Anandapur Sahib on the day of Diwali and getting the Sangat to come together and do darshan of the Guru. So we know from this that celebrating Gurpurab, getting together as Sangat, doing Seva on the day of Gurpurab is very important, has been practiced from the time of the Guru and is still being practiced now as well. So the calendar that Guru Nanak Dev Ji has adapted is the Bikrami calendar. So Bikrami calendar is a lunisolar calendar that was started in the year 57 BC. So in a simpler term, Bikrami calendar is 57 years ahead of the English calendar that we use now. We can see that Guru Sahib, Guru Nanak Dev Ji, all the Guru Sahiban, even all the Gursikhs after Guru Gobind Singh Ji, they have used this Bikrami calendar, and a lot of references of dates are mentioned in the Bikrami system. Guru Nanak Dev Ji and Guru Arjan Dev Ji, they have written the Bani of Bara Maha in Guru Granth Sahib Ji, and in this Bani you can see that all the months that are mentioned, Chet, Vesak, Jet, Had, Savan, Padron, Asu, Katak, Magar, Poh, Mag and Fagan, these months are the months that are being used in the Bikrami calendar. Apart from that, we can also see in the Banis written by Guru Gobind Singh Ji, where they have recorded the time, the day, the month of when they have written that particular Bani or Shabad. So one very simple example that all of us can relate to is the Bani of Chaupai Sahib. At the end of Chaupai Sahib, the Sikh Panth would read this Chaupai, Sambat 17 Sahas Panije, Ard Sahas Funatin Kahije, Padra Sudi Ashtami Ravavara, Tir Satadrav Granth Sudara. So in this Chaupai, Guru Gobind Singh Ji is telling us the time, the day, the date where they have written the Bani of Chaupai Sahib, this Chaupai Sahib Bani. And they say Sambat 17 Sahas Panije. So in this first line, they're saying that in the Sambat, so referring to the Bikrami Sambat year of 1700, Sahas here means 100, Ardha Sahasa, and then adding on 50 years, so half of 100 is 50, Funatin Kahija, and then add on 3 more years. So which means that it was written in the year 1753. Padrav Sudi Ashtami Ravavara. So here Guru Sahib is telling us that this Bani was written in the month of Padro, and based on the lunar cycle of the month, it was written in the Sudi phase. So Sudi phase is the waxing part of the lunar cycle. Padrav Sudi Ashtami. Ashtami here means on the 8th day of that cycle. Ravivara here means that it was written on a Sunday. Tir Satadrav Granth Sudara, and Guru Gobind Singh Ji is saying that this Grantha was completed at the banks of the Sutlej river. So from here we know that Guru Gobind Singh Ji has used his reference of Bikrami calendar, and many will ask 1753, but didn't Guru Gobind Singh Ji leave this world in 1708? Yes, remember I mentioned that Bikrami calendar is 57 years ahead of the English calendar. 1753 minus 57, you will get the year of 1696. So in the year 1696 was when Guru Gobind Singh Ji completed this Bani. Apart from that, Sangat Ji, all the Hukamnames written by Guru Sahiban, the Matawa and the Gursikhs, the dates in the Hukamname are also recorded in the Bikrami Sammat system. And many of the Guru Granth Sahib Ji Sarup, Puratan Sarup, manuscripts of Guru Granth Sahib Ji, you can see pictures where all the Gurpurab dates corresponding to the Guru Sahiban, they are also recorded in the Bikrami calendar system. So you will see, for example, Poh Sudi 7. So this is how the dates are recorded in the Bikrami calendar. Chet Vadi 13, Katak Puranmasi, and so on. So like I mentioned earlier, Bikrami calendar is a lunisolar calendar, which means that it's based on both the solar cycle and also the lunar cycle. So solar cycle is about 365 days, and the lunar cycle is consisting of 12 months. So like I mentioned the months earlier, Chet, Vesak, Jet, Har, and so on. But it is important to understand, Sangat Ji, that there is a gap or differences between the lunar cycle and the solar cycle, and it's about 11 days gap. So what happens is that after 3 years, a leap month is added into this Bikrami calendar, just like how in the English calendar, every 4 years a leap day is added in the month of February. So now that we've understood that part, let's now look at the lunar cycle. Each lunar month, the days can range from about 28 days, 29, 30, 31 days. And each lunar month is further divided into two phases. So we have the Vadi phase and the Sudhi phase. So Vadi phase is the waning cycle of the moon cycle, and then the Sudhi phase is the waxing cycle or waxing phase of the moon cycle. So for Vadi, the cycle starts from full moon, which is Puranmasi, to new moon, which is Masya. And then the Sudhi cycle then continues from new moon to back to Puranmasi. So basically, a full lunar month is a cycle from a full moon to another full moon. In our Sikh calendar, our new year starts in the month of Jade. So this is another confusion which is caused in the month, that our new year falls in the month of Vaisakhi on the day of Vaisakhi. That is not true, Sangaji. The day of Vaisakhi, the Sangrand, means when a new day of a new month comes, that is called a Sangrand, the first day of a new month. So Khalsa Panth was born on the day of Vaisakhi, the Sangrand of the month of Vaisak. But our new year actually falls on the Sangrand of the month of Jade. So our first month is the month of Jade. So understanding the whole Bikrami calendar system of how it works and how it is recorded, let's look at a few examples that we are familiar with. Guru Gobind Singh Ji's Prakash Dihara, recorded in the Bikrami calendar, is Po Sudhi 7. So now, how do we convert this date into the English calendar? So we know that the month of Po falls from mid-December to mid-January. Sudhi here means the waxing cycle of the moon cycle, which means from new moon to full moon. And 7 tells us that it is the 7th day of that cycle. So this year in 2021, the day of new moon or the day of Masya falls on January 13th. And adding 7 days after that means that Guru Gobind Singh Ji's Prakash Dihara is on January 20th, 2021. The second example that many of us are familiar with is Kattak Puranmasi, which is the Prakash Dihara of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. So Kattak here is the month from mid-October to mid-November, and we know Puranmasi is basically the day of full moon of the month of Kattak. So last year, the day of Puranmasi fell on 30th November, and this year in 2021, Guru Nanak Dev Ji's Prakash Dihara, based on the lunar cycle, falls on 19th November. So Sangat Ji, I hope that we understand on how the Bikrami calendar system works, how the dates are recorded, and how it is then converted into the English calendar. With the blessings of Guru Sahib, now we actually have the Bikrami calendar and all the days of the Gurpurab available to us easily. This calendar are downloadable. You can even sync this calendar with your phone calendar, and you can even purchase them hard copy as well. So we have organizations such as Guru Granth Sahib Academy, Sikh to Inspire, and Nihang Santhya that has provided us with the Bikrami calendar and also the dates in the English calendar that corresponds with it. And you can download these calendars from their website, from their social media as well. We will share the links to this calendar in the description below as well. So looking at all these resources that are available to us, and now that we understand how this calendar works, I have a task for all of you watching this video. The Gurgaddi of our 7th Guru, Guru Har Rai Sahib Ji, falls on Chet Vadi 13. So the date recorded in the Bikrami calendar is Chet Vadi 13. Now, can you try to convert this date into the English calendar? You can either refer to the resources that we have mentioned in this video, Or if you want to challenge yourself, you could do the step-by-step process to getting the English calendar date. And once you've gotten the answer, please do share in the comment below, and let's see whether all the other people also got the same answers as you or not. So hope you like this video, share with your family and friends, and make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. Forgive me for any mistakes I've made in this video. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Okay, where is last week's video?
Now is your time to build it, to tell that story, to
Wait a second. That's last week's class. Post the link here.